Hi guys, this is a Halloween tutorial for you. During the video there's going to be white liquid latex under my eyes until I take it off. Just completely ignore that. I'm sorry about that. It might look a bit weird, but I will take it off and I don't really actually use it through this video. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to do everything in fast forward and do a voiceover so it'll just be quicker for us all. So I'm just grabbing some scar wax and putting that onto my cheek there. You're meant to be putting like lotion onto your hands to make it less sticky. I tried doing that, it didn't really work. As you can tell, it's still really sticky. But anyway, you just like kind of roll it into like a log and put it on either side of the mouth and then just smooth it into the skin so there are no rough edges. Coating that on top is what came with it. It's called Fixative A. It's a sealer. So that just seals that in place. And again, sorry about the white under my eyes. Looks stupid. And then I'm just going over the top of that with liquid latex to just seal everything in place. La 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 la. Sorry, I had to use my phone as a mirror just because I don't have like a portable mirror stand kind of thing, which I should probably get. Yeah, and then once I got that, just use your hairdryer on a low heat or a low temperature and use that to dry it. I realise I talk way too much in these videos. The bottom bit on my left, well, it looks to be your right, cheek is still white and it still stayed white no matter what I did. I don't know why. If anyone can tell me, let me know. But just using your normal foundation, like powder foundation, you're just going to go over the top of it. That way it kind of just blends into your skin a little, even though it looks nothing like your skin. And it also just gets rid of some of the stickiness that might still be left over. Don't worry about being too precise on it because we're going to be going over it with colour anyway. I'm now taking scissors or some form of sharp object, not big scissors because that could really damage your skin. Yeah, you're just going to make a incision, I should say, into the wax. I've now already done the my left side of my cheek, so I'll just show you how I did that. So using that palette I showed just before, using a really small like cheap kind of lip brush, going in with the black colour and inside the line and also going right up to the inside of the lip. Then using a triangular sponge and the red colour, I'm just going to pat and, or I should say stipple that around the thing, what's it called, the wax. It wasn't completely dry so it did come off a bit, but it's easy just to push it on. And then just make sure you go over the lips as well, otherwise they just look a little bit too weird if they stand out too much. I just put some on my finger to get the spot that had previously come off, just because it's too wet and it wouldn't really stick on much. Then using a different sponge and using the black colour, just putting a little bit on that, just around to make it look even more bruised. And just using the cleaner side to blend that in with the red. Just gonna add a bit more to the other side because you can never really get them even. Now just using some fake blood and a paintbrush, you're just going to fill the inside of the incision, I should say, and doesn't have to be too neat. Just using the brush, you're just going to make it like a stippling motion around it to give a bit of paint splatter. Until you're happy with that, make sure you go into the inner corners of the mouth and taking the tube, it's not really liquidy, it's kind of like a gel, and just doing drops down the face. This is so good because it didn't run everywhere and go over your clothes and stuff, so that's really good. Okay, and that's the mouth almost done. I'll come back to that later. Oh sorry, we're bruising up the lips now. and just blending that in with my finger, just to make it not look as harsh. Okay, so we finally got rid of the white under the eyes. So we're going to take the sponge again for the red and just coat the entire eye in the red, making sure to get up to the eyebrow, fair bit down the eye and into the tear duct area on the inside of the nose, and just using the cleaner side to blend that out. Because I had the liquid latex there and I couldn't get it all off, it's gone darker, as you can tell, and again it happens with this eye as well. I'm just leaving it there because, number one, it was painful to take off the eyes. It was seriously the worst mistake. And I guess you could also say, like, it kind of looks like scarring. That's my excuse anyway. Looks pretty cool if you ask me. Yeah, just pulling stupid faces. Then going in with a bit of the black and trying to center that into the middle of the eye and then working your way out. You don't want to put that all over the eye because then it's just going to look too flat. And working it in and working it in and working it in. So it kind of looks purple. And then putting more onto the tip of the sponge like that. You're going to be working your way under the eye like so. And this is just to make you look even more like it, really like big bags under your eyes. But I have no idea what I'm saying anymore, do I? I'm just gonna shut up. So once that's blended in, I'm just using a small, really cheap like lip brush thing, and taking the black colour again. I'm just going to start lining my eyes. I didn't get all the way into the waterline just because it was quite painful and I couldn't move my eye to get full access to it because I was holding my phone at the same time. But that's as good as it gets. I'm pretty sure I poked my eye just there. Good timing. Yeah, and then just make sure you get into the tear duct area as well. And then blending that in and just adding a little bit more to that area just to give it a bit more depth. And then with the remaining on the sponge, you're just going to work that up your nose. It makes your nose look a bit slimmer. And yes. Don't know what I'm rambling about in this. Any excess, just dab off anywhere on your face, really, as you can tell. Because that's all with that. My forehead looks too bland, so I've decided to put a extra something up there. So using liquid latex, just covering the part of the forehead that I want to mark. And using tissues, 1 ply, just covering that. Doesn't have to be anything neat. The rougher the better. It's just meant to be look like kind of scarred a bit skin. Little pieces, Tyler, little pieces. And then you're going to cover that again with more liquid latex. So using the hairdryer, you just want to dry that. When it's dry, you're going to pat on some more of the red. If you don't put enough on, it will do as it just did then and only go on the outside. So you need to pack a lot of the paint onto the sponge for it to get onto the tissue and the latex area. And again, you just want to blend that out. Put more on, more darker. And then just using some of the black, you're just going to put that in the center just to give that bruise a bit more of an impact. And then just using the yellow in that palette, I'm just going to put that a bit on the outside. That makes the bruise look more like it's healing. Even though these are meant to be new kind of wounds, it just gives that an extra kind of dimension to it. I put way too much yellow on, as you can tell. But I will eventually, yes, start blending it out with my fingers. Seriously guys, use your fingers if you need to. They are your best like material. That helped so much. Camera cut out, so then I put some red on my neck, more blacks on the side, and just covered my face in all different colours really. And then I tore a bit of that latex off, filled it with red, and then filled it with some paint, not paint, what is it? Blood. And then let that drip down my face, and then make sure it's all filled in, and a bit of splatter around the outside. Because I've taken so long, my face has dried up a bit, and the more I talked, the more it kind of fell apart. So I'm just adding more blood, as you can tell, not being really careful, just putting it anywhere. And then just giving myself some more drips and blood. That was a really big dollop of blood then. So make sure you're on the inside of the lips as well as go on the lips. So this is just a close-up of the face. So that's the lip area. Then we're going to go to the eyes and the forehead. So thank you very much for watching that. I hope you took something out of that. If anything, how bad I am at doing stuff like this. Yes, thank you.